Yo, what's good, everybody? As you see, I got my Switch 2, got my little controller because I'm gonna tell you about Mouse PI. I tried to do everything with a little bit of gameplay, and I was gonna play it. And if you watch the stream, you see the stream didn't go so well. But that's another story for another time. We ain't gonna worry about that. Mouse PI for hire, and also right here in this little corner part right here, I'm gonna put some gameplay footage. You can see me playing the game and stuff. It's a fun game. If I remember correctly, it's only about 30 bucks, and I got it for the Nintendo Switch 2. My little buddy right here. And that's what I've been streaming from. So when you see the footage and everything, that's what I'm streaming from. What do I think about the game? I think it's worth the $30. I think it's a cool buy. I think if you like boomer shooters, you know, you walk around kind of like Duke Nukem and Doom, not as chaotic. And I'm talking about the old Duke Nukem, like on the computer, not the new stuff. I'm on the computer. I think that, yeah, it's a cool game. I definitely had to tweak some things. Okay, first thing I tweaked was the controls. I didn't quite care for them. I kind of set it up closer to Call of Duty. I play a lot of it, so first person shooter you know. I didn't care for the fact that you can't really aim down the scope. I don't know, I might have to bleep that out, but you can't aim down the scope, but everything is pretty much hip fire. I do like the animation. I do like that it's hand drawn. I do get the humor. I do like the humor, so I was with all that. The other things I would probably say, this is just me, and maybe this is me with Nintendo. I did not get the Nintendo Switch 2 controller, Pro controller. I got the old one from back when I bought my other Switch, so there's no back panel or paddles or anything like that. But clearly, this mimics the Xbox controller very closely. So the feel is good, but everything felt a little floaty. And I don't know how to better say that or how to better put that into context, but everything seemed to kind of like, you know, the bounces and stuff was kind of instead of just a jump. But again, I play like Call of Duty and FPSs like that, so I'm not really looking for my character to kind of float and bounce. And of course the double jump, but I play third person shooters with double jumps and stuff. Just not my preference. Still gets the job done, still fun. I feel like some of the hits, like I was fighting one of the bosses, and I don't want to spoil anything, but when I was shooting, I felt like it was just visually I could see it, but I didn't feel like it was really making an impact. So I kind of had to look at the life bar a little bit to see, okay, this is actually doing something. I feel like in other games, when I shoot things, it has more of an impact. So it kind of felt they call it spongy. They say the enemies are kind of spongy, I guess, but again, I don't play a lot of these, so I'm sorry, I don't play a lot of boomer shooters. I play some because I try a little bit of everything, but not exactly up my alley for what I like. The driving around town was cool to go to different destinations. I could take it or leave it. I put some hours in. I did not beat the game yet, because as y'all, if you're watching me, you see I play other games, I stream other games, but I do plan on finishing it. And again, AA games and indie games, they really been doing it for me. They've been really getting in my pocket this year. When the price is that low and it's still a good game, there's a lot that I can take as far as, hey, if it's gonna get better, or that's just what it is. But my first game system was a Nintendo on forward. I pretty much played everything from there. So a lot of those old arcadey games, I literally play my Nintendo Switch and get a bunch of arcade style old school games, beat 'em ups and stuff for that reason. All the games I take a little more serious are on my PlayStation or on my Xbox. I could say that maybe as an improvement, I don't like the way the guns cycle. That is a criticism I do have. I wish that there was a way to cycle through them left to right or something like that instead of holding, but I understand that when you hold, it gives you time to pick and the action holds. But again, I'm used to give me my 2-gun loadout, or let me cycle through my weapons, let me do my melees and stuff. And since I set my controls up to mimic more of a Call of Duty type ordeal, that's kind of where I was going with it. So again, Mouse PI for hire. It's probably a little bit better on the other systems. It probably runs a little bit better, but on the Nintendo is definitely, to me, worth a buy. It's fun. Again, it should be some gameplay footage down here in this corner that you'll be able to kind of see me go through it if you guys really want to watch me play it. I'll put together some footage and everything and record something just for it to be posted, but I feel like this is really quick and really easy. So if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd say it's in at least a 7, 8. And I don't believe in IGN. I don't follow IGN, okay? So their whole system, and I know that's a hot thing right now. I'm telling you from somebody who sat down, played it, these are my direct criticisms. These are my only criticisms. Now, you don't like the hand-drawn, you don't like first-person shooters and stuff, I would not suggest you spend your $30. It's just that simple. If those are not games that appeal to you, don't buy the hype and just buy the game, because I've been watching this game since it was announced about a year or so back. And one of the main things was the hand-drawn nature and the kind of, I don't want to call it really comedy, because I guess it's kind of comedy, but the kind of banter between the characters, the style of it sold me first. The gameplay, that came second, and it was good. It's an indie game. I hope they make more of these. Hopefully a lot of the AAA and more AA games get with the program and kind of start giving people what they want. Of course, actually this is my other gripe. And this is for all games, and this is where I'm going to wrap it up at, because I don't want this video to be too long-winded. I'm kind of buying time for you guys to see the gameplay over there. But the other gripe I have is, if a game is going to come out and you're going to give a digital copy, the physical copy should come out at the same time. And hopefully they do something about this, because I feel like the push to keep us pushing digital so that you guys can have controls like DRMs and things like that. If y'all don't know what that is, go look that up. It's a big thing, especially with PlayStation, because they just shit the bed with that one. And hopefully they do something about it. But, and I get it, it's a step towards piracy and everything, but at the same time, in my opinion, so then give us what we're asking for. Make it cheaper, make it more available, make it to what we're asking for. Because clearly when we get what we want, we pay for it hand over fist. Even when it gets a little expensive. But I believe that if you're going to put out a copy of the game, the physical and digital should drop at the same time. And I personally don't believe there should be a price difference, but if it is, it should be very minuscule, because I understand that cartridges cost, I understand that pressing up CDs and stuff cost, but it should not be a huge jump in price. And don't punish me for waiting for the physical copy, trying to get the casuals to give you a bunch of money and then tell me how physical copies are pointless. Put the entire game on the cartridge or disc. Stop with that sideline stuff. You will lose more people. Put the whole game in there. Stop with trying to fix it halfway through and putting out crappy games. Take the time to develop a full game. We don't need a copy or a sequel right after because you're trying to money grab. And as you see in the gaming community, a lot of people are starting to change their trends. Not everybody, and I understand there's a big casual market, but that is a criticism. So where I would have bought Mouse PI, the physical copy, now that I have it digitally, I have to give you twice the money. I have to buy it twice in order to stick to my principle, or I have to wait. Most people are going to choose to wait. PlayStation found that out with their games going over to PC. Most people will wait. And as it gets more expensive, this is a luxury thing. This is a luxury hobby. Don't price yourself out of all your customers. That's my little tidbit to give you some more time over here. For the little box I'm going to put over there and give you all your gameplay. But I hope you enjoy the little box over here and like what you see. And if you have any questions, always feel free to ask me what my opinions are, what I think, what I know. I share information. What I know, you can know. Other than that, y'all, hopefully you like the other stuff I've been posting and you'll keep up with me, and we'll see if we can keep doing this thing. So, peace. Come on. No.
Mozzarella on a stick. This thing looked an awful lot like Steve's old stage girl.
Mozzarella on a stick. Excuse me?